good morning. How are you, most beautiful?
I'm pretty good. How are you? I'm doing
Good.
great.
Welcome to the feed, everybody. Oh my gosh, what an exciting time, Alyssa. We've got so many great things going on, and the shows just keep getting better and better and better, thanks to the audience that's out there that has been pushing the algorithms. You know, we've got almost 1,000 in our Facebook group.
I
We're like
know.
15 people away from 1,000 right now, which is so exciting. And we have a couple of people that Curtis Lane and Jay Beach that are really trending fast and putting so much content in, which we talked about last show. And
Yeah.
we've got some really exciting things where we have a big giveaway contest right now going on. So anyway, I'm Lisa Lopez Griggs. So welcome to the feed. This is my co-host, beautiful Alyssa.
Hi.
For video. So Alyssa, why don't you tell us about what's going on with this contest? Because it's super exciting.
Yeah. So basically, we are giving away free beanies from Love Your Melon. Me and Love Your Melon partnered up. And I explained my story about epilepsy, and Lisa explained her story about losing her son to SUDEP, which is every time I even say that, it breaks my heart. And you are seriously the strongest woman out there. But if you want to get one of these beanies, all you have to do is follow us on all of our platforms. And it's basically Faces of Epilepsy on all of my platforms. If you want to follow our Facebook group, Lisa, what is our...
It's facesofelepsy.me. It'll basically take you right to right there, right to the group. Yep. Faces of Epilepsy on TikTok. So excited about that as well, because we're almost to 1,000, I think.
I was
right?
just about to say, yeah, almost to 1,000. It keeps growing and growing every day.
It's amazing. I'm so blown away by like how, this community, it's not even a brand. That is so beneath what is going on here.
Yeah.
This is a real brand with real warriors, which I love. I mean, real warriors. I love the epilepsy community.
So beautiful.
There are no punks, as Enrique Willis says, But anyway, I want to give a shout out also to our amazing co-host, or not co-host, but producer, Michael Hall. Yeah. Sorry, I get a little excited there for a minute. We have Michael Hall is so amazing, incredible producer. And he's in the background. So when you hear him or you see him come on the show, which we love having you on, Michael, such a blessing that this is really his vision. And I know we say it a lot, pretty much all the time at the beginning of the show, but it's necessary, because without him, Alyssa, none of this would be going on.
I was just about to say, like, what would we be without him?
Yeah, we do. We love you so much. So anyway, I'm just excited about all the stuff that's going on. And it always seems like we have a little bit of technical difficulties, because I know that the enemy does not want these messages to go out, but they will go for it and they will go out. So today is Friday, everybody. We have a great hangout tonight for you. You can come into the group and you can share whatever it is that you want to talk about. So I love that we do that on Friday nights as well. Yes, so today we're gonna continue our theme on mental health. And again, Alyssa, why don't you say the times tonight for everybody? I know it's 10 o'clock your time.
I was just about to say, for my time, it's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I think it's 9 time, and I think it's 9 p.m. Central. I could be wrong. I think it's Mike's time. And then your time, Mike might have to pop on at 7.
Hey guys, yeah, sorry, but if we're gonna talk about my favorite Friday night, favorite part of the week, I'll jump on and just share. Yes, it's gonna be 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, and that's gonna be 7 out there for my beautiful people on the West Coast. We love it. Tonight, I am excited. We have some of the best animal funny blooper videos. And just to let people know, what I love corgi racing. I don't know why, guys, but I love camels. They're like one of my favorite animals. I think they're really cool. They've got a lot of personality. And then, there's tons of camel racing and, stuff like that going on in other parts of the world. And the way people love horses, I love camels. I can't explain it, but they're considered that, and
They're adorable.
and they're fun.
Right.
They're fun to watch. They've got a lot of personality. However, the key and what we just want to remind everybody is a lot of our epilepsy brothers and sisters are kind of homebound.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A lot of them can find themselves home on a Friday night going, man, I wish I had somebody to hang out with, some laughs
Sure.
to share. The most
Yep.
important part about what we do Friday night is
Mhm.
to let folks know it's for you. It's for the
Mhm.
group. We need you in the chat. If you want to jump on, let
Yeah.
us know. We can try to send you a link, but we need you. Drop in the chat, hang out, participate,
Mhm.
interact with us, participate in the back and forth. We're going to talk about
Show
medications if we
us.
need. We're going to talk about the
Mhm.
hard times we've had in this last week if we need. We're going to
Mhm.
laugh if we need to laugh. We're going to cry if we need to cry, but we're going to be there for each other. We're going to hang out on a Friday night, just like if we all met at a Buffalo Wild Wings, or something. We're going to hang out and we're going to be there for each other. We're going to have our brother Enrique in there as well.
Mhm.
So it's going to be guys and girls, all love, all
Mhm.
fun. And I just want to encourage everybody to drop in. Please drop in the chat. Let us know you're watching. We appreciate
Mhm.
you. Thank you, guys.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Love it.
And
Love it so much.
one other thing about the beanies, that is how you win one. You have to show
Mhm.
us that you're participating. You have to
Mhm.
show us that you care. Share our platforms with your
Mhm.
friends, with your family.
Mhm.
Post it on your social media. And once we see that you're putting in the effort, you're going to get that free beanie for sure.
Yeah. You know what I just noticed as the ticker was going across the bottom, Alyssa? It's very interesting. This is the year 2026. And 1 in 26, remember that's like the whole have epilepsy. So
Yeah.
1 in 26
Wow.
people in our nation have epilepsy. And this is the year 2026. So this is a very, very great year to spread awareness, which is what Alyssa's talking about. She's talking about when you comment, when you like, when you invite, when you subscribe, when you post, when you share, when you show up, basically, you are saying, I am one of those 26, or I am a caretaker of the 1 in 26. And also, not only that, I am trying to bring awareness to a chronic illness that needs incredible awareness brought to it. And we've been talking about mental health, specifically depression, anxiety, suicide, all things mental health. And I wanted to just recap a little bit of these statistics, Alyssa, for those in the audience that didn't catch last week. But people with epilepsy are 2 to 3 times more likely to experience depression than the general population. Depression is one of the most common and most common and yet most underdiagnosed condition in epilepsy care. About 20 to 30% of people with epilepsy live with an anxiety disorder, compared to roughly 7 to 10% of the general population. Fear of seizures, public embarrassment, unpredictability in when you're driving can cause anxiety. And then suicide rates. Suicide rates are up to 3 times higher in people with epilepsy than in the general population. And if the depression is undiagnosed or it's untreated or it's not talked about, and you kind of just say, well, that's just something I deal with because I have epilepsy, you have a much greater risk increase of suicide if that depression is not talked about. So these Friday night hangouts that Mike is talking about,
they're important.
they are important because they are for you, because we want you to know that Faces of Epilepsy, it was created out of love for epileptics, for the community. It was created for there to be a safe space where we could be the guardians of your dreams, talking about your dream jobs. We could be the guardians of just your own way of being, your own mindset, your own attitude, just whatever it is that's important to you. We want you to feel like you have a space where you can be heard and where you can also feel safe.
Yeah. I couldn't have said it better myself, Lisa.
Yeah.
You are so safe here. And
Mhm.
we want you to come on. We want you to share your stories. If you want to pop on our podcast too, or when we're going live, type in the chat, hey, I have something to say. And maybe we can get you on here as a guest, or we
Yes.
can get you on our live stream because we want you to know that your voice matters. It
Mhm.
really does.
It's really, really important. And people need to borrow your confidence as an epileptic. So remember that, because there's people getting newly diagnosed. There's parents that are dealing with this for the first time. So if you are a seasoned epileptic, you have things that you can contribute. You have things that you can say and share
Yeah.
that are going to help other epileptics that are anxious, that are feeling insecure, that are confused, that are, maybe suicidal, maybe depressed. So please keep that in mind, that it's so important for you to be a part of this community and share your story and come on the podcast as a guest, because others can borrow your story. They can see themselves in your story and they
Hmm.
can relate to that. And then it makes them not feel alone. So it's
Yes.
very, very important that everyone understands here. You're not alone.
Never.
Most of the things that you've been dealing with are things that we've all been dealing with. Even though I'm not an epileptic, I'm a caretaker and a parent of an epileptic who lost his life to epilepsy. So even I have a story where moms and parents can, and fathers can, and others can borrow from that. So please keep that in mind, that, we're all in this together and that we need each other. We are stronger when we are unified. We are stronger. There's power when we are connected, in a collective that really takes care and watches out for each other. So, yeah, so beautiful. Alyssa, I know this community has been such a blessing to you.
It really
Were,
has.
were you, I'm going to ask you a question about
Of
that,
course.
just with all that said. I was not in the epilepsy community before Judah had passed away. It wasn't until after that I started to seek out, answers with regard to SUDEP. I never even heard of SUDEP before Judah passed away. So I was curious to know if other parents, were dealing with the same thing I was dealing with. Prior to Faces of Epilepsy and the platform that you have, because you are a micro influencer, you have other platforms that you do on TikTok, Empowered Flower and different things, but were you ever this transparent or this connected with the epilepsy community prior to Faces of Epilepsy?
No, not at all. I actually didn't really have a place to go. I've talked about it
Mhm,
here and there on my platform, The Empowered
mhm,
Flower, but I never really got into it. And I was always, I would say, afraid. I was afraid to kind of show them me and my EEG, or talking about me being in the hospital or my
mhm,
doctor's visits,
mhm,
because I didn't
mhm,
want my platform to, one, be taken away,
mhm,
because
mhm,
sometimes they do that because they
mhm,
see it and they're like, no, we don't want to. Like, TikTok is
mhm,
a little weird sometimes.
mhm,
Um, but I was so nervous to share my story with these people because
mhm,
I didn't want them to view me as different,
mhm,
or
mhm.
as somebody who isn't capable of doing the things that I do, if that
Mhm,
makes
mhm,
sense.
mhm,
And now that I have the Faces of Epilepsy, it completely changed my perspective because now I'm
mhm,
getting my
mhm,
story out there. I have a change in confidence. And I think
mhm,
that's what I needed, because my confidence was, decent, because I was posting my micro influencing and I was doing all of that. But the
mhm,
confidence to actually share my story about being someone with epilepsy
mhm,
and putting all of that pain that I held in my
mhm,
heart and
mhm,
sharing it with the universe, to be honest,
mhm,
because we're putting it
mhm,
out there, sharing it with all of these platforms.
mhm.
I didn't know how powerful that could be. I
Yeah,
really didn't. Like that video that I shared with you yesterday,
yeah.
I've had that for a very long time. and I found it yesterday and I was like, "Oh, I'm sending this to Lisa." And I sent it to you. For those of you who don't know what video I'm talking about, you can go on
Mhm.
our Facebook page, Faces of
Mhm.
Epilepsy, to see it.
Mhm.
But that was one of the hardest things I had to deal with. And I would
Yeah.
go more into it, but I want you guys to go over to our Facebook page and
Yeah.
subscribe and like and comment on it,
Mhm. Mhm.
because it was one of the hardest things that I've had to deal with, and especially as a woman dealing with hormonal issues and
Yeah.
hair loss and everything that comes with this.
Right. Yeah.
It's never easy. But
Mhm.
yeah, Lisa, that I've never spoke up about what I was dealing with because I was also afraid in my family situation too,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
you know this too. It puts it holds a lot of pain and guilt and hurt on me and to my family too.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
kind of like a it trickles down, and I
Mhm.
didn't realize how much it was affecting my family either.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's something that I really needed to kind of push through, and now that
Mhm.
we've got this platform, now that I have
Mhm.
you and Mike and all of
Mhm.
these other beautiful people who have
Mhm.
epilepsy or chronic illness,
Mhm.
it completely changed my perspective. So, yeah, Lisa, that was a beautiful question. Thank you.
Yeah. I think the reason why it's so important, Alyssa, that you did that is because it spurs, oh my gosh, I don't want to start crying.
It's okay if you need to.
Ooh.
I'll start crying too.
It spurs people on to be compassionate
Yes.
for people with chronic illness because they don't understand, especially like the epilepsy community, they're such warriors that they don't talk about so much their like
Hardships.
issues, right? Or their hardships. They kind of just deal with it. It's like, this is my lot in life, and I'm just going to just get through life the best I can. And I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to make my parents afraid. I don't want to ostracize my friends. I don't want them to not be friends with me or not date me or not marry me. Or, there's so much reasoning behind why somebody would not say anything. There's fear, there's again the anxieties, but I think that what this community does and what the podcasts do and what your videos do is they humanize you.
Yeah.
They humanize you, so that other people can understand that not only do humans have intrinsic value, but that they struggle, they wobble, and that nobody's journey in life is like easy, right? Like everybody has their stuff. Everybody's like living their own private hell
Yeah.
that we have no idea about. I mean, people don't know that, like, I had a dream about my son last night, when he was like a little guy, just a little guy. And then crying today. I seem like I have it all together, but like every day I'm crying or I'm thinking about my son, or, I'm not out there talking about it all the time with my friends and my family. I just kind of deal with it. I just kind of
Mhm.
get through it. But I think there's big misunderstanding about all the things that we don't know about. And that's why I love this platform so much. Mike, thank you so much for helping us to launch this show in this
Be a dream.
community. Yeah, because Faces of Epilepsy was just a community and it was just a website. But, and you can post in there and you can connect in there, but there's nothing like connecting real humans to other humans. That place of relatability where we're being transparent and we're outpouring our hearts to you. So, how did this play a part in your mental health with regard to you losing your hair and going through that struggle?
Oh, wow. So, I remember when I first had hair loss, I was 22. I'm 25 now.
Young.
And I'm only saying this because when I was younger, in
Mhm.
high school. I had beautiful, thick, long hair.
Mhm.
When you start to experience hair loss so young, it's so confusing because I thought I had alopecia at
Mhm.
first,
Yeah.
and then I
Mhm.
was terrified because I was like, "Oh my god, I'm
Mhm.
gonna lose all my hair. Oh my god."
Mhm.
And I started to freak out. Then my hair started to thin. Then it started to I started to have bald patches all over my head.
Mhm.
I was
Mhm. I
diagnosed
saw
with
that.
epilepsy. Yeah,
Mhm. Was that
and
from the medication or was that from just epilepsy? Or was it a
a little bit of both.
combination? Both.
Yeah.
Okay, the
It was
hormonal
a
p
little
yeah.
bit of both, yeah,
Fine.
because I went to so many different doctors, by the way. I've been to 4 already,
Mhm.
and nobody can really give me answers as to what's going on
Mhm.
other than, "Oh, it could be a little bit of this, it could be a little bit of that, and stress and
Mhm.
hormonal
Mhm.
and,
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
your medication." I'm like,
Mhm.
"What is going on?" Sometimes you
Mhm.
feel like you
Mhm.
wanna just give up.
Mhm.
I was about to shave my head, and I was okay with it. My
Mhm.
family was like, "Alyssa, don't shave your head. Are you kidding me?"
Right.
And I already came to terms with that, the fact
Yeah.
that I could shave my head
Mhm.
and it would
Mhm.
be fine. Because I
Mhm.
also had friends in college who had shaved heads who were
Mhm.
supporters of that, so I was like,
Right.
"Okay."
Yeah.
So that's what kind of they
I
were the
mean,
ones
Britney
who got
Spears
me
was
into that.
doing it, right? Right.
Yeah, right? But I also feel like when you go through something like that and
Yeah.
you just wanna buzz it all off because it's
Right.
also
I'm sure
easier,
because you see like
like,
all
it
these
feels more free
patches.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. And for people who shave their head, I feel, it could feel like a release of all the
Mhm.
tension, all the
Mhm.
pain. It's also easier to deal with because 'cause you're not constantly seeing all the
Right.
breakage and
Right.
fallout. But
Mhm.
mentally, it took a toll completely,
Yeah.
and you'll see it in that video. I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't
Mhm.
stop just telling my mom and my family, and I
Mhm.
feel like sometimes it's hard to say this, but, like, your family can get overwhelmed and annoyed with some
Right.
things that you're constantly saying
Yeah.
and constantly seeing
Uh-huh.
and doing, and
Mhm.
I had to be okay with that, and I went to therapy for it, and I'm honestly feeling so much better, but the toll that it took on me,
Mhm.
I wasn't able to stop crying for around, and I'm not even joking when I say this, around a year straight. It
Hmm.
was just constant
Hmm.
depression, anxiety, crying, and I will say since I do suffer from memory loss because of all
Mhm.
the seizures,
Mhm. Mhm.
that part of my life, it's not forgotten, but all that pain that I felt, I don't necessarily feel
Mhm.
it in the same way
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
all of those memories are
Mhm.
skewed,
Mhm.
which
Mhm.
is really interesting to kinda
Mhm.
talk about, and I also have kind of released a lot of it because I've gone to therapy for so
Mhm.
long too. It's probably gonna be my
Mhm.
4th, 5th year in therapy, so
Mhm.
it's good, very good, and
Mhm.
I do suggest, like, if you are going through something, have a community like this and go to
Mhm.
therapy because that is something that has genuinely changed me
Mhm.
for the better,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Is that what
mentally,
helped you to turn the corner?
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I would not be mentally where I'm at right now if it wasn't for this community and
Mhm.
going to therapy
Yeah.
because your friends and your family could only give you so much. And for other, situations for other people, it could be different,
Mhm.
but this is
Mhm.
just how my family dynamic
Right.
is.
Yeah.
So I really do see family in the feed, to be honest.
Right. Right. So do I, believe me. Mike can attest to that. He's like, "I got your back, girl. Speak some things into your life, Lisa." And I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it." So yeah, I think everybody's gonna want to
Yeah,
know,
but
like, what
you
did
don't
you
have to take my word for
right?
it. Yeah, but
We so what do you think? Because I know everybody's gonna want to know.
Mm.
What do you think pushed you when you said that it was like a year, that it took you to kind of cry your eyes out for a whole year? Was it just like one day you went to therapy and there was just a shift, or were you just fed up, or what was it?
Good question. So, constantly working on myself,
Yeah.
making sure that people
Mhm.
know that you have to wake up in the morning and
Mhm.
look at yourself in the mirror and say, "I can do this,"
Mm,
saying your
mhm,
daily affirmations.
mhm,
And sometimes doing my makeup, doing my hair,
mhm,
feeling like I'm beautiful, even though I know that, you're beautiful from within, it comes from
mhm,
within.
mhm.
But and this is specifically for the women too. Men, obviously, they can relate to this, but for women,
Very
it's
much so, I would imagine.
yeah, of course. But like when you're a woman dealing with hair fallout, dealing with
Mhm,
the acne, dealing with all of the stuff going on around you, and you just feel so insecure about yourself.
mhm,
I'm telling you, surrounding yourself with women who are also going to be uplifting.
mhm,
Doing meditation, I know I say this mostly on almost every episode, but finding myself within, grounding my energy, going
mhm, mhm,
outside,
mhm,
taking those walks, listening to music that actually changed my perspective on
mhm,
things.
mhm.
I listen to the song "Where Feet May Fail Oceans."
Oh, yes, that's my son's favorite song.
So it
Judah
is
would
mine
love when I
too.
put that on. He'd be like,
Mine too.
"Mom, I love to see you cry." And so he'd put that song on, his tears would just start bawling and streaming down my face. And then,
Me
of course,
too.
yeah. And then, of course, he passes away, and I'm crying all the time now, Judah. So you
Oh my
got your way. But yeah, it's kind of my inside joke with my son, Judah.
You
Yeah,
see,
truth.
and I will say, Lisa, laughter is the best medicine.
Of course it is. It says it in the Bible. God
Literally.
literally says it in the Proverbs. He says, "A merry heart doeth good like a medicine." Mike probably likes that because he's a comedian. Yeah.
Hey, yes, he is. He always makes us laugh too, so that's another thing.
I know, because I'm always like so serious.
Me and you,
I am
yeah,
so
are like,
serious. And Mike's like, "I'm gonna make you laugh, Lisa. I'm gonna make you laugh." Tonight he's probably gonna make me. We should have like a who doesn't laugh war. I'm gonna win.
oh, I'm
That's so
literally gonna
silly.
lose. Oh,
Do I
you know
have both of
Who's
you
Mike?
tonight? Do we have both of you tonight?
Yes.
I love that. That's
Oh,
exciting.
hold on,
Heck
I
yeah.
can't hear you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am also a retired
Hold on.
comedian. Retired. Special events only. So, yeah.
Special
Special
events
events
only.
only. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You're a
Woo.
you're a great comedian, always trying to make us laugh.
Well, the key is we gotta have some kind of fun. Right? Like anything else, So because we talk about heavy stuff, there's gotta be something light,
Yes.
something easy.
Yeah.
Or I want people to know, like, we are not dying from, we are living with,
Yes, it's
right?
so good. I love that. We are
And
not we need to say that again so Melissa or so Alyssa hears that.
Yes, please.
I think she did. But yeah, no, it just we are not dying from, we are living with.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are living with something. The key
Mhm.
word in that statement is living.
Yeah.
So we got to have some laughs. We got to love each other. To me, that's where the strength really
Yeah.
comes from.
Mhm.
I've seen very wealthy people with a lot of things be very lonely and very unhappy. And I've seen people with very humble lives be so full and so happy because
Yep.
they have people that love and value and cherish them around.
Mhm.
And I literally know people with lots of money that would happily give most of it away if they could feel loved by another human. And that's a
Mhm.
sad place to be, right?
Very.
So the fact that we provide that love and that comedy, you know what I mean? And that fun, there is that in the world, and we deserve to laugh and we deserve to be accepted. That's
Yeah.
why it's so important you drop in the chat and you participate, not only to win, but so we can see you. We know
Mhm.
you. We can laugh with you. You tell us what
Yeah.
fun videos. What I love in my chats is when people have fun videos and they drop the link in the chat. You know what I mean? Here's a funny
Mhm.
video. Here's some corgi races. Here's some
Mhm.
camels falling down. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Here's
Yeah.
ultimate frisbee. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I like the fun stuff like that, or the Red Bull wacky races, with the derby cars. Those are so much fun too. We're gonna do that actually. Me and some friends are gonna get our own derby racer car. So, but anyway, this summer. But anyway, the
That's
point is,
awesome.
you can live with epilepsy and still
Yep.
be.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's not about the epilepsy. It's about the faces. It's about the people. That's why this group is Faces of Epilepsy, because it's your
Mhm.
faces. We want to see you. We want to hear you. You're important to us. So thank you.
Incredible.
Participate. Get in with us. Enjoy it with us. We love you and thank you. And Enrique tonight. Let's
He's
go.
so awesome. Such an angel.
Yes.
We don't want no punks. No punks have epilepsy.
No punks. I hashtag epilepsy. Like literally, we need a bumper sticker. I'm not kidding
Yes.
you. I'm
That's
serious.
right.
No punks. Hashtag epilepsy. Seriously.
But
I wanted to
guys.
give this statistic as we close out because I think it's
Yeah.
really, really important. Up to 50% of depression cases in people with epilepsy go undiagnosed or untreated. I want to ask a question in the groups today and to our audience. How important is mental health in epilepsy? Because when you go to your neurologist, you are not talking generally, most oftentimes, you're not really talking about your mental health. You're talking about your seizures and how you can control your seizures. But yet mental health is a huge, huge piece to this, because if you have anxiety, that's a trigger for seizures.
Yeah.
If you have depression, that's a trigger for suicide, so that you don't have to have any more seizures, right? I mean, these are all so important to discuss. So we would love to hear from you in the comments today. How important is mental health in epilepsy? Please let us know, because I think it's very important.
It's incredibly important. And last episode, we were talking about all of that. And
We got you, Alyssa.
yeah, last time I was, when we were talking about suicide, I woke up this morning and I found out that one of my, I might start crying. One of my elementary school friends, his brother took his own life yesterday.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And he was young, right?
He was 28.
Yeah,
And
young.
I wanna remind you guys,
Oh, the
it's no
parents.
matter the amount of money that you
Mhm,
have,
mhm,
you don't know who's depressed. Money does
mhm.
not buy
Yeah.
happiness. The only
Mhm,
reason I'm saying this is because they were billionaires. And to hear that he took his own
yeah.
life, it's like we really don't know anymore. Money does not buy happiness. It's within
Mhm.
community. I know
Yeah.
that we keep on saying this, but
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
don't feel like you're alone. There's
Mhm,
somebody out there who can understand your perspective. Even if they don't 100% know what you're going through, because obviously
mhm,
everybody is different and they're going through
mhm,
things differently,
mhm.
there's still somebody willing to listen to you.
Yeah.
And Lisa, that statistic that you just said breaks my heart. It really does. So
Yeah,
I just
it's really it's just terrible. I'll make sure that I'm praying for those parents, that
thank
lost their
you.
child
Thank you.
to suicide. That's never easy. Every
No.
death is never easy. But in the way that that child died, every is processing differently.
Yeah.
Whether it was something tragic, unexpected, chronic illness, slower deaths. It's never easy losing a child, that's for sure. And my hearts go out to those parents and also the siblings as well. And I'm so
Yep.
sorry, Alyssa. I'm so,
Oh,
so sorry for your friend. So we'll make sure that we pray for them.
I'm definitely like, I wanted to give him space, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach out to him
Yeah.
because I
And they'll
can't
tell
even.
you. They'll
Yes.
tell you, Alyssa, if they don't want it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? When you reach out to somebody that, has had a loss, it's just, I wasn't able to get back to everybody, but just knowing that you cared enough to reach out, it's a really big deal.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
really big deal.
Because I couldn't even, oh my God, I'm like literally, I couldn't even imagine losing one of my
Yeah.
sisters
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
And then I'm also thinking about they're probably terrified for me because
Mhm.
of the fear of SUDEP, what you
Yeah.
lost your son to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I know I'm like also getting emotional. This is what we're here for. It's okay to
Yeah.
get emotional. It's
Yeah.
okay to cry about these
Yeah.
things. We are some very, very strong warriors, Lisa.
We
That's
are.
for sure.
We are. And we're going to be raising up lots of strong warriors. We already are. So,
Yes, we are.
Faces of Epilepsy community, the feed, we love you all. And we thank God for your lives.
Yes.
Michael Hall, thank you so much. From your feed co-host. Yes, we love you. Mwah.
We love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.